touch him. Mark it up. Touchdown, Sioux Falls.
40, the 30, and he is gone to the house. Touchdown, Tallahassee.
Tipped and picked off by Colin Douglas, who's going to take it back all the way.
No pass caught, first down. What a move! J.R. Sim, get out of here! The doctor is in for the touchdown!
And you are looking live from Stallion Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Good evening, everyone. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Colin Northrup, alongside Vancouver Legion tight end Charlie Northrup.
Welcome, everybody.
As we got the Chicago Wildcats and Cleveland Stallions. Both of these teams met week 1. That meeting was won by Chicago 28-23. But both of these teams are fighting for playoff position in a crowded Eastern Conference field as Cleveland looks to end a long playoff drought. Coin toss coming up next. You see the lineup scrolling across. So the Wildcats elect to put their defense on the field first. That means we get to see that explosive Cleveland offense get an opportunity to get their first play. Chicago is well teed up. Go McAleka waiting back towards Stallion. And we're underway. McAleka fields this at about his 10-yard line, cutting across to the 30, spins across, breaks out of the pack. Here he goes, 50, 40, 30. Cole McAleka 20, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He takes the opening kickoff all the way back. Holy cow.
Now that's how you start a football game, ladies and gentlemen.
This man is crazy as we take a look at the crowd. They're going completely crazy. We'll take a look at the replay. Spins out of a couple of tacklers, and there he goes.
Yeah, right up the gut. No more exciting playing football there, Colin.
Agreed indeed. You think their offense is explosive? I almost forgot about the special teams. Here's the extra point. All right, Brown is up and good. So, folks barely just got their popcorn from the concession stand, and it's already 7-0.
Absolutely. Cleveland says, Cleveland über alles. Ja?
Yeah. Quasi Brun gets ready to kick off to a fellow dangerous return. A.J. Barnes, he's had a couple of kickoff returns in his career. As Barnes takes this across, spins. He lost the ball! It's picked up by Cleveland, the reserve lineman, and the Stallions, within a matter of seconds, have 2 touchdowns on special teams.
Man, don't blink, or you missed it. Unbelievable.
Oh man, this crowd is going crazy. Lee O'Neal, the reserve defensive end, takes the fumble from A.J. Barnes as he makes a move in the hole. And the big guy gets a fat guy touchdown.
He's carrying more than just the football over the goal line, isn't he? A few extra cheeseburgers.
And Quasi Brown's like, didn't I just do this like 10 seconds ago? As he lines up for yet another extra point. And this time the kick is good. So we're barely seconds into this contest. And with 10:38 to go, Cleveland has already put 2 special team scores on the board. They took the opening kickoff, and in the next kickoff, they returned the fumble for a touchdown.
If you're just joining us, everybody, Cleveland has put on a clinic on special teams and defense with one play for each.
Meanwhile, over in Houston, OKC takes the 7-0 lead on kickoff return as Barnes again. This time, squared down to the 37.
That's a handy little return right there.
And we will get a good look at this Wildcat attack led by E.T. King, number 9. I've been told his nickname is Throw Home King because E.T. throw home.
Love it.
He comes out with Deion Hawkins in the backfield. Tight set. King swings this out to Hawkins on the screen. And there goes Hawkins to the 40. Hawkins to the 30, to the 20. 10 by more, 3, 2, 1, touchdown. And boom comes the dynamite. Deion Hawkins with a quick score on Chicago's first play from scrimmage. Oh, my.
Well, the answer.
Just beautiful blocking on that screen pass right there. Get some of those linemen out in front. Shan Barnard.
Yeah, you know, that's right there. In addition to good blocking, Colin, there's a clinic on bad pursuit angles.
Bad angles indeed. Jesus Garcia. Ready to try the extra point. Yep, tackling is allowed in football, director, player, personnel. It's just seemingly both defenses or special teams have forgotten about it. Garcia's extra point is up and good. And Garcia to kick off to Kaleka. Last time he did it, Kaleka took it all the way. Let's see how they cover it this time. As Kaleka comes across to the 20, makes the juke. This time he gets wrapped up at the 30. So we'll get a good look at that explosive Cleveland attack led by quarterback number 1, Mac Wavy Jr. And goal wide receiver number 84, Prince Escobar, who's second in the league and 958 receiving yards. David Overstreet is the tailback as they go in the I formation. Mack changing the play at the line of scrimmage. Back to throw goes Wavy. Goes left side. That is Brad Ajalani. Makes the catch out of bounds. Pickup of 6 yards. Ajalani along with Escobar and Martell is the third wide receiver, along with Overstreet, the tailback, and of course Mac Wavy Jr., who also is the team's head coach. There's a look at A.J. Barnes out on the corner, along with Kanye Rockefeller, number 24, and Blake Hammer.
That's unusual. First play from scrimmage, and they got a 14-7 lead.
Here's to get the Overstreet up the middle, and David gets across to the 44 for a first down. Tackle made by number 99, Espinarea. Stallions coming off a big win against Tallahassee, 38-23. As they got a tight end flex out this time. 2 wide receivers, 1 to either side. Oh, offside, free play, stretch to Overstreet, and they'll pick up about 2, so they'll take the penalty. Looked like somebody moved there early.
Neutral zone infraction, number 94. Defense,
So it'll be a 1st and 5 following the penalty. Mac Wavy Jr., 308 yards, 3 touchdowns, but threw 5 interceptions. In spite of that, still won. helped out by David Overstreet's first 100-yard plus rushing game of the season. He had 167 last. Overstreet's a deep back. Here's the give out the middle to David. He's got the first down and more, breaks the tackle to the Wildcat 36.
That's a solid run. Why on almost every play do I think we're going to score? Oh, yeah. It's 14-7, barely into the first quarter.
Maurice Spurgeon is back there at safety. A lot of former Carolina Skyhawks following the former head coach of the Skyhawks, Shan Varner, northwards to Chicago. As Mack goes back to throw, he's going to be sacked for a loss of 6. Scoring update from SFL headquarters. It's 7-0 Sioux Falls with 8:18 to go in this first quarter. As Chris Zinski, 94, weaves through the middle and brings Wavy Jr. down for a loss.
Wavy McChips goes down like a bag of sand.
Second and 16. Ball is marked on the Wildcat 43. Allen is the fullback as Wavy Jr. takes a deep drop, fires deep down the field. The pass is going to be intercepted. Intercepted and return off the field by the Wildcats. It's number 33, A.J. Barnes.
Why not? Why not? A fantastic game already, Colin.
Let's get another look at it here. Barnes, the strong safety. He's looking for Escobar on the deep post and just missed it. Although Espen Real was just standing there, not standing there trying to look important.
DB was just hiding there. I don't think the QB saw him at all. Never would have made that throw.
So on offense for the Wildcats, we had number 84, Alex Zela, quarterback Ethan King, and the running back is Hawkins. Hawkins gets the ball. Shan Varner, the owner, is the tight end. He's number 88. And Aaron King is also the wide receiver. Here's a look at King's early numbers as they come out field with 3 wide receivers. Here's the counterplay of Hawkins. And Mr. Hawkins is wrapped up in the backfield by Sean Lewis, the linebacker, number 91, and Rick O'Reilly, the silver defensive end, number 99.
Do they like their running plays, Colin? Because Cleveland had, 11 in the box right there. They didn't check out of it at the line.
Now they empty out this time. 3 receivers to the top of the picture. King drops back to throw. He's going to throw over the middle. And pass was incomplete. Pass was intended for number 10, King. Aaron King, that is. No relation. And we have our first punt of the game coming up. Of course, Komakaleka handles these as well.
I don't know who DeMond Simeon is, but I think he might be my favorite fan right now, Colin.
Fresh off of doing color commentary at the Atlanta St. Louis game. Appreciate the shout out.
St. Louis was in that right until the end, eh?
The Perrin will take this. And Kaleka, and we'll get to
the nothing.
To the 32 is where they'll mark it.
Cleveland could have had better coverage on that one.
Stallions will take over. They threw an interception last time, but no harm done. Two wide receivers. Overstreet the deep back. Mack is going to go back to throws a deep out route to the sideline. First catch of the day for Escobar. He'll pick up 6 yards.
There you go. That's a long throw, but they get a good gain, and that sends a signal to the D. Going to have to cover sideline to sideline.
Mack is good on the deep stuff. Let's see if he can be more on the intermediate side. That's been a side of his game that hasn't really been seen by too many teams. Overstreet takes the counter. Ooh, he got his cock buffed and polished and cleaned as the defensive tackle comes in there.
D-line did a great job shedding their blocks on that one and getting penetration that was going nowhere from the start.
3rd down and 6 for Cleveland. Split backs. There. Martell is a wide receiver. Wavy Jr. under he lets this go. Pass is caught to the 49. That's Escobar. They're going to him early and often.
That was a studly throw. Did you see him stand in the pocket there? And it was all coming in right in on him there. And threads the needle. Excellent.
Right past the linebacker.
It's a manly. That's a manly QB right there.
The other linebacker, Clint Hendershot. Escobar, big offseason acquisition along with Mac Wavy Jr. from the Dallas Roughnecks. Overstreet is next to Mac in the gun. He's going to turn, give to Overstreet up the middle on this one. Breaks through traffic and picks up 7 here at first down.
I'm a big fan of the spin move, and that's one of the very few times you see it not work.
We get a good look from the guard's perspective. Update from Oklahoma City. The 10-0 Renegades trying to snap a 6-game losing streak, up 10-0 early in the first quarter there. Heavy set this time. Overstreet will take it on the counter, and David Overstreet can't clink it through the traffic.
I want to see the replay on that. Did he misread the cut as he jukes to the sideline when he maybe should have cut it back in?
Tackle made by Blake Amrek. Both of these teams fighting for standing here in the Eastern Conference as we're looking here at a 3rd down and 2. Here's the give to Overstreet. Oh, he's hitting the backfield. He's not going anywhere. That's the defensive tackle again, as Overstreet is 27 yards on 6 carries here in the early going. And Tony Law will be on the field to punt for Cleveland. Jay Barnes waiting back. These teams are within a game of each other. Chicago at 4-3, Cleveland at 3-4, so this will be a really big game to try and clear up any confusion in the middle of the Eastern Conference. As this punt goes all the way down to the Wildcat 1.
Wow, it has the good Cleveland sense to die inside the 5. Look at that. I thought it was headed for the end zone, and Mac Wavy Moneyman says, yeah, there was a hole there. Thought so.
Coach can see a lot of things. Chicago lines up in a heavy package. Zeli, number 84, is the receiver to the bottom. King possibly changing the play as Cleveland has about 10 men near the line of scrimmage. Here's to get to Hawkins. They have to get out of there. No!
That's what they're going for. Do the Egyptians, Zebra Man. That'll put 2 more on the board for Cleveland.
That's Warren Schmizzy, the linebacker.
Unblocked. Unblocked through the hole. Nice.
A huge non-contract player there. He's been a big part of them. And here comes the safety kick. And it's away.
That's a free kick. Don't cost nothing.
Argelani gets it to the Stallion 43. So that makes the score 16-7 with 3:42 in the first. And
so Cleveland's got 16 points. 9. Did you say niner? From special teams. What number did you call it, Niner?
9. I called 9.
There's the German we've been missing.
The shotgun to the Mac. He gives up the middle to Overstreet, and he's stuffed at the line of scrimmage.
Cleveland needs to figure out how to have more special teams plays, and they can walk away with this one.
Kevin Owens, number 71, and on the hit. Second down. We're going to go 3 wide receivers. 2 to the bottom of your picture. And Matt turn to get the overstreet again. Spins through the hole. Breaking tackles. Nearly got the first down. They'll call it a pickup of 9. Kanye Rockefeller. And on the tackle, it'll be 3rd and 1.
Man, there's so many great names in this league, by the way. I got Charlie Northrup. I'm like Joe Regular.
2 receivers to the bottom. For Cleveland. Here to get the overstreet again. And Chicago says enough. And they tackle him there. That's the defensive lineman who got the sack earlier.
That was a solid play. He's having a good game early.
And Law again. He's on 40 punt. Oh, looks like Cleveland will be going for it. Trying to draw them off, or maybe they'll run for it. We've seen teams try to get him to jump. And
there we go.
They'll call a timeout.
Nothing. Chicago ain't picking up what Cleveland's putting down there.
7:15 to go in the first quarter in Baltimore. The Crabs lead the Skyhawks 7-0.
I got a LOL on the chat there, Colin. I can't tell if I'm being mocked or if people like me, but it's okay. I'm an outlier.
I think it's a sign. I think it's a sign that you're fitting in. There's nothing to worry about.
Okay.
His Law is back for the punt.
Here we go. Special teams. This means a scoring play.
And Law gets a pretty good hang time on this one. Barnes will feel this about his 10-yard line. Fumble! It's picked up by the Stallions, and that's a touchdown!
Okay. All right, everybody. I called it. Thank you very much.
Oh, man.
Cleveland, you can send me some punch keys.
Oh, man. That's a reserve defensive lineman picking that up. And the special.
What was his celebration going to be?
He was rowing the boat.
PJ Fleck. Go Broncos.
And Brown here to try the extra point. They're going to have. Okay, Damon says you're not being trolled, so you're safe.
Thank you.
And Brown's kick is good.
Nice.
And they have 23 points, and how many have come from special teams? All but 1?
All but 7. So they have 16 from special teams or defense.
Yes.
No, 16 from special teams because the D got their only
2 points. He got 2 points. As here's the kickoff by Brown.
They got the fumble return.
Yeah.
I'm losing track.
And Barnes this time hangs on to the football as he gets across the dirt. I don't think Chicago found themselves to be in this deep of a hole this early. We're not even out of the first quarter yet.
Well, and that's the good news for Chicago. I mean, we're only in the first quarter. They got a good team. Settle things down, and they're going to be okay. They can't afford to let this continue, though.
Varner flexed out. Here's to get to Hawkins. Hawkins, left side. There he goes. 40, 30, 20,
did you
10,
take the
5,
right
4,
angle?
3, 2, 1.
No.
Touchdown, Chicago.
Bingo.
Hawkins goes yard again on one play. That's what happens when you.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm going to keep calling the scores, so there you go.
That's what happens when you let a little box of dynamite be unattended.
That was unbelievable. He again outsprints the D, who seemed to be surprised at his speed. Because if you watch that replay, there were really no good pursuit angles. They must have all gotten sucked up into the line, and then they were forced to play catch up.
So Chicago closes the gap a little bit. And Max says all 23 of their points came from special teams.
There we go. Glad someone's keeping track.
And the extra point is good.
Yep. Chicago just needs to keep grinding it out and, get a good stop on this next possession by Cleveland, and they're going to be fine.
Well, A.J. Barnes better get some of that stickum stuff on his hands because he's already had a couple of fumbles.
Yep.
And here's the kick to Komakalinka. What can this guy do for an encore? Cuts across. Gets to the 33.
Had a good return setup, and Chicago was able to still get through and make the stop.
And here come the Stallions. Let's see if their offense can add anything to the equation. As Overstreet gets the carry, and he was almost gone if A.J. Barnes didn't make the tackle.
So some nice running back play. Powers through the hole, puts his head down.
I thought he had it first, but they're going to mark him less than a yard away from the first. Let's see if he gets the ball to finish. Looking at a nickel defense from Chicago. Gets the Overstreet. He back lost a couple of yards, so make it 3rd and 2. Espen Real in on yet another tackle. I think Mac Wavy Jr. might be lacking a bit of confidence after throwing that interception. Here to get the Overstreet again, and it's going to be tackled. This time it's Clint Endershot. Shoots in there and brings down Overstreet. So the Wildcats do what they need to do and get a stop as we rapidly approach the end of a very entertaining and very crazy first quarter of play. See if they can get the punt off. And it looks like they will. Law kicks it to Barnes. Let's see if he can hang on to it. Spins. Gets to about the 30 is where they'll like him.
See what he was trying to do, but that was definitely their catch zone. Lucky to hang on. Didn't want to turn that into anything, but I'd be happy with that.
So at the end of a crazy first quarter, it's Cleveland 23, Chicago 14. And both of the Wildcats scoring drives have been one plays. Let's see if they can sustain something to give their defense a bit of a rest.
Well, if you were keeping track of the Atlanta St. Louis game on your abacus, you have to put that away and bust out the calculator as you follow along with this game.
King changes the play at the line, turns, gives to Hawkins, who picks up 3 yards on first down. Hawkins averaging an astonishing 13.8 yards a carry so far. Tackle made by Sean Lewis. Stallions, of course, were the Las Vegas Gamblers last season, relocated back to Cleveland as the Wildcats empty out of the shotgun. King by himself. High snap, back to throw, going deep. It's Alex Seeley, his first catch of the day, and down to the Stallion 38. We've seen that connection click many times this season.
That's excellent. That's real football right there. Just a simple drop and throws it over the corner's head. Well done.
Tackle made by Lucius Sanders. There's a look at Zeli. Going deep. Oh, he was looking for Austin King, who tried to lay out for the catch.
It was just a bit outside.
There's a look at Rick O'Reilly, converted from defensive tackle to defensive end this season, but still a menace.
Gets a little more room to operate out there on the edge.
Hawkins next to King. King dropping to throw, goes deep. Oh, the pass is knocked away by Koma Kaleka.
Lucky for Chicago, that wasn't a disaster.
3rd and 10 from 38. There's a look at Lucius Sanders guarding Zeli. King going deep the other side. It's going to be picked off.
Oh,
It's Aaron Tolbert. Pass intended for.
I didn't get his number.
Pass intended for the other King.
You know, just on that series, you could see the QB's decision-making process deteriorate. That after that first play, he attempted to make more and more tough throws, cost him.
It was Davius Reed trying to make the catch. And he has to get the Overstreet on the counter, and he loses 2 yards.
Chicago's D-line's figuring out the Cleveland's blocking scheme on offense. This will be an interesting series.
We haven't had a catch from the other wide receiver, Martell. It's pretty much been the David Overstreet show so far. As Mack goes back to throw for another pass over the middle, and it's knocked away. That's Maurice Spurgeon, 21, making it. Third and 12. Figure they got a pass. We've seen a lot of.
No trouble giving him a cushion on this play, Colin.
3 receivers to the top. Escobar to the bottom. They go that way, and it's going to be intercepted.
Returning the favor.
Kanye Rockefeller.
Not a fan of the cushion, but it played right into Chicago's hands that time. Look at that.
As they try to run a lob route, DB, perfect positioning.
Yep.
As we approach the end of the first quarter in Baltimore, the score is 14-0 Crabs.
So was that Rockefeller that made that pick?
Yep.
Rockefeller success habits right there on display.
And King dropping, going deep, and it's going to be intercepted. So they trade picks. This time it's Lucius Sanders, the other corner. Pass intended for Shan Varner.
Did Varner run the right route?
I think he did.
Oh,
I think
man.
King just underthrew him.
If he'd have stayed on an angle toward the sideline, could have thrown it over Lucius' head.
And get a tight set for Cleveland. Around 8-man line of scrimmage. They're going to swing this out to one of the tight ends, and they're going to pick up a yard. No, that's a lineman, actually. Mackey. Man, this game is just a little bit of everything. Oh, Mack's early numbers, 26.2 quarterback rating. Wavy drops the throw. Has to drop this off to David Overstreet. Overstreet makes the most of it after the catch and gets down to the 43.
Yeah, he's looking downfield, and then he's like, what's up? Over to the sideline.
Sioux Falls in front of the San Antonio Vaqueros, 8:24 to go in the second quarter in that ball game from South Dakota. First and 10 from the Stallion 43. See if Mac can get in a little bit of a rhythm.
Have a guy open in the slot if he finds him.
He's going to dump it off to the tight end, and he'll pick up 7. Good play on first down. He's talking to Clint Endershot.
Let's see if that turns into something.
That was Tony Thomas. Overstreet takes it on a play off the left side, and he's tackled right at the Wildcat 44, first down.
Little man ball there by Cleveland. I think they finally understood if they're going to run it, they're going to have to put hat on hat +1.
Wild game going on in OKC. The Renegades in front 17-14. Over to Houston Hyenas with 7:41 to go in the first. There's another shotgun run. Nothing doing for Overstreet. In fact, he lost a yard.
No soup for you.
This time, Mac Wavy Jr. going under center. Overstreet the back. Give the Overstreet. Oh, he got it.
Is it okay to laugh? I'm sorry. That was quite a manly hit placed on him.
Roger Goodell probably would have fined him for that.
No.
3rd and 12 for Cleveland. They need to about the Chicago. Just a little pass for 35 for a first down. Going deep. Oh, it's incomplete. Looking for Brad Ajalani, but he was well covered.
That was one of those, you're not open, I'm just going to throw it away over everybody's head.
Oh yeah, punter, I'm coming. I'm blocking this.
Here's Loft for the punt. Chicago got the rush on, nearly got the block. And Barnes will take it to 16.
Somebody needs to pull that boy aside and say there's this thing called a fake.
Well, he has returned one punt in his career for a touchdown.
I get that. But when they're basically waiting outside the catch interference zone for you, it's tough.
We got backs flanking either side. I believe Varner's in the backfield with Hawkins and King. King back to throw. Pressure coming. Oh, he's sacked.
Boom goes the dynamite.
Marco Jenkins with his first sack of the game. And E.T. King's like, somebody help me up, please. I just got plastered.
Yeah, going back to that punt. Got a comment from Marquise Reed. Absolutely right. They're getting close to blocking those.
2nd and 18. Quick drop over the middle. Gain so many yards back, it'll still be 3rd and long. Non-star slot receiver. Cleveland got the ball first. Maurice. As it's 3rd and 13. Chicago will try out 4 wide receivers. 3 to the top of your picture. No running on 3rd down, and Hawkins will actually, nope, he won't pick up anything. I thought he lost it. Sean Lewis in on the tackle. Perrin to punt from deep in his own territory. Tucumán Kaleka, and that one's nearly blocked. And this time Kaleka will call a fair catch at the Wildcat 48.
Wow. Special teams mania. Cleveland's got to be licking their chops with this field position, Colin.
Yep. Stallions trying to get a Cleveland football team in the playoffs for the first time since 2002. As McWavy Jr. drops the throw, has a man deep. Oh, that's a one-handed catch. What a marvelous catch. That is Martell. As Wavy Jr. now up to 76 yards passing. Got behind Maurice Spurgeon and Blake Hamrick. That's Jared Mantell. Mack changes the play at the line of scrimmage.
Defense also, too.
Defense shifts. Throw out of bounds. That'll be back 3 yards.
I apologize for saying also and two in the same sentence there.
That'll place the ball at the Wildcat 21. We're just approaching under 4 minutes to go. What has been an absolutely wild first half of play, particularly that first quarter. Here's Overstreet on the carry. We'll move forward for a pickup of 3. Third down and 4 from the 18. Chicago trying to stop the bleeding. He's holding them to a field goal. As McWavy Jr. throws, the pass is knocked away. As Tillis, number 55.
I like the deep drop there by McWavy Jr. trying to get away from clearly some determined Chicago defense, but Till almost throws it to a Wildcat.
And now the special teams trying to add to Cleveland's point total.
It'll be a 34-yarder.
High snap, gets it down. Kick is on the way from 34. It's good. So they cash it in for 3 points. Take a look at this hold here by Matt Sanchez, the back quarterback. It was high, but he got it down and clean enough for Brown to kick it through.
That was a good job. You got to keep your wits about you when that sucker comes in high over your head. You can still get it down and spin the laces.
17-7, Sioux Falls over San Antonio with 4:03 to go at halftime of that game. Meanwhile, it's 3:20 here, and Cleveland's in front 26-14. Brown kicks it deep to Barnes. A.J. Barnes cuts across. I thought that was going to be something, but it gets to 37.
He gets a little something out of that.
1 fumble recovery from Marco Jenkins, who made the hit on special teams. So with 3:15 left, let's see if Chicago can cut into this lead a little bit before halftime. Remember, Cleveland got the ball first, so this will help them win them for sure. Good to Hawkins, breaks the tackle. Keon Hawkins refusing to go down will pick up 3 yards. Rick O'Reilly in the neighborhood.
Got a game in OKC there, Colin.
We're all tied up at 17 down there just before the 2-minute warning. High formation. King swings it out to Hawkins, trying to spin off people. Picked up about 2 yards. Chicago last week against Atlanta won 28-20. There's a look at Hawkins. He's on the sidelines for this third down play. He picked 21 carries for 77 yards, had 8 catches for 90 yards. and a receiving touchdown. As King will go deep down the field, got a man open. That's the other King, and he will score. Touchdown, Chicago.
That was nice. There was a double team at the top of the screen on the left side of the formation. You knew there might be something open to the right side of the field, and he finds it.
Aaron King catches the long bomb as the
runs right by him. Sorry.
As E.T. King throws home for his second touchdown in this first half.
Number 4 is back for the point after. Number 8 will hold the kick.
And the extra point is up and through. So with 2:05 left to go in this first half, score is Cleveland 26, Chicago 21. You're listening to Simulation Football League here on YouTube. I'm Colin Northrup along with Rick Northrup, aka Charlie Northrup of the Vancouver Legion.
Little known fact, when I played Pop Warner, my nickname was Charlie Horse. Not sure if that was good or bad.
But did Chicago leave Mac Wavy Jr. down as former collector will take this to the Cleveland 30? That's the question being circulated right now. The Vaqueros making it a game as they get a touchdown, and with 1:53 left in the first half, it's 17-14 Sparrows. So there's a look at Escobar. To the bottom of the formation. McWavy Jr. will take a 9-step drop. Going deep down the middle of the field. Pass is caught.
All right.
And with that, we hit the 2-minute warning.
This one, the game was starting to look like it would devolve into a slugfest. Nice drive by Chicago, and then this.
Brent Escobar on the deep post beats Rockefeller, who converted in the offseason from free safety with the Houston Hyenas to cornerback with the expansion Wildcats. In fact, there were so many veterans on that team that Rick, I compared them to the Over the Hill gang of the Redskin days under George Allen.
Yeah, those boys knew it.
As Overstreet takes the carry, and he will go backwards, he'll lose 3 yards. There's a look at the updated numbers for Overstreet. It's down to 42 yards.
Well, Cleveland would like to put some more points on the board. Maybe it's about time to open the holy hand grenade here.
Count to 3 before you throw it.
And 3 shall be the number. Thou shalt not stop at 2.
Mack will go to the tight end again. He will pick up the lost yardage.
Well, gets about 2, right? A little ham and egg play there.
3rd and 10. They'll continue to let the clock wind down, which is strange considering they kick off to Chicago to open up the second half of play.
Exactly. Maybe they're setting up for one down the middle again.
And Mack will go deep left side, pass caught by Escobar for the touchdown.
Or the sideline. They were a little rope-a-dope there by Stallions. Catches Chicago's D off balance. Nice.
And just look at the corner route. He beats Rockefeller. And
that doesn't happen very often.
We get updates from Baltimore. It's 21-7 with 2:05 to go halftime there. And with 42 seconds left, OKC is down 24-17 to the Hyenas. And
so the holy hand grenade works as Cleveland lines up for the PAT.
Brown's PAT is good. So Cleveland gives a little more breathing room. But we know A.J. Barnes can be lethal. We've seen him return kicks for touchdowns as well. And with that last catch, Prince Escobar has eclipsed the 1,000-yard receiving mark. Barnes breaks through the middle. A.J. Barnes 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Touchdown, Chicago.
Love the tippy toe touchdown on that one.
Woo.
You called that one, Colin.
Oh, my. A.J. Barnes says anything Coma Kalika can do, I can do better as he breaks a tackle. Oh, and the kicker got knocked down.
Right. He nearly got tackled himself by running up the back of 89 there. Well, and he says, always look on the bright side of life, right?
Yeah.
As the Chicago fans come unglued.
And the Cleveland fans let out a groan that you can hear all the way from a boat on Lake Erie.
That's right. That was a cool return.
The extra point is good, so with 41 seconds left, scores now Cleveland 33, Chicago 28.
Cleveland's like, wait a minute. We were heading to the locker room with a little bit of a comfy lead. Not so fast. Not so fast, my friend.
Taking out all his frustration from those two fumbles. Both converted into touchdowns. Here we go to Kalika.
Oh, no.
And
there you go.
almost tackled at the 29, so. Four special teams touchdowns already. That ties it from the first Carolina-Cleveland game, but that was all.
All right. 37 seconds, Colin. What do you got? Cocoon or score?
I don't know. Well, with the way things have gone in the last few seconds, you can't be too comfortable. Deep pass over the middle. Pass caught! It's Prince Escobar diving to the Chicago 41. As the Wildcat fans get another heart attack because their secondary lets another guy go deep down the field as the ref gets knocked over.
After both teams put the crowd to sleep with a couple of punts earlier in the half, pandemonium breaks out again here.
Clock's now to 31 seconds left. Cleveland still has one timeout they can use. They're at the Wildcat 41. Go three wide receivers. As Mack takes a 5-step drop over the middle, pass is caught. It's more intermediary. They'll have to run hurry up here.
You see Mac Wavy just stand there? Cool cucumber.
And he's going to go deep again, and it's going to be intercepted.
Of course it is. Nice read by the DB. He's just playing center field.
It's right on the Chicago goal line, so they got to at least run one play. Otherwise, they risk being the victims of another safety. They got to be careful this time. Look at how many people Cleveland's got near the line of scrimmage. King will throw. Throw it out of the end zone. This is Iron King.
Run, son, run.
Iron King. Touchdown. Chicago. 99 yards. Wow.
No safety this time.
And we've reached halftime.
And King goes King. King me, he says.
Wow, he gets by Aaron Tolbert.
He ran by that boy earlier in the game. Was that the same DB?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
As he catches the wounded duck from E.T. King, he throws home for his third touchdown pass to the out.
That's terrific. That's just terrific.
And the Wildcats will take a 2-point lead going into the locker room.
Cleveland's training staff's breaking out the Advil for halftime distribution.
The extra point is up and through.
Because they're down by 2 points.
That was 99.5 yards. That must be an SFL record of some sort. And we've reached the first half, and it's only 35-33 Chicago. Man. And I thought the game, San Antonio versus Mexico City last week, that last 135 is crazy. At this rate, I don't know what'll happen.
I don't believe it. Well, hats off to both teams because they are scoring every which way but Sunday.
Although we have 7 turnovers already in this half, Cleveland only 3.
Only 3. Not to be outdone. Chicago has 4.
Well, 2 of them are fumbles. So take a look at the highlights here. This is the opening kickoff. Kalega runs it back. People weren't even here. And then Chicago's first play, Deion Hawkins takes the simple screen pass, takes advantage of pursuit angles, and gets in for the touchdown. Then we have McWavy Jr. being intercepted by number 33, A.J. Barnes. Sets his team up in good field position, but later on in the quarter, Deion Hawkins tackled by Warren Smizzy in the end zone for a safety. And then later on we have Hawkins going around not dead and going all the way for a touchdown. His second of the game. First by land. And then we have McWavy Jr. going long down the field, only to be intercepted by Kanye Rockefeller. And then we have McWavy Jr. finding Martell with a one-handed catch over the middle. Later on, we have E.T. King throwing home to Aaron King for a long touchdown, but that wasn't the end of the highlights. And we have McWavy Jr. going to Prince Escobar. Escobar over for the touchdown. And then we have A.J. Barnes takes the next kickoff and goes all the way, not to outdo Como Kalega. And then McWavy Jr. going deep. Pass caught by Prince Escobar, who earlier in the game went over 1,000 yards for the season, but then the most spectacular play, Aaron King, 99.5 yards from E.T. King, and Chicago takes the lead as time expires in the first half of play. Working on the Howard Cosell imitation. I can get the cadence down at least.
That was nice. Well, I can't do Keith Jackson or Dandy Don.
Quasi Brown. And a kickoff to A.J. Barnes. As the Wildcats are up by 2.
Maybe I should have yelled 2.
Barnes' kick. Yeah, Barnes will take the kick to the 29. And it's 1st and 10 from the Wildcat 29. And we have 3 wide receivers, Hawkins, the deep back. King under center, trying to get the Hawkins, trying to spin around. Gets a nice pickup of 4 yards.
It's a good call to run against that sort of zone style, more almost total zone style D. You can tell I'm not a student of the defense, but plenty of holes to pick at on the running play.
Pickup of 6, 2nd and 4. We have split backs from the Wildcats this time. Hawkins up the middle, trying to cut through traffic. Will pick up only 2 yards. Max Blitz, the rookie defensive end, and on the tackle. Third down and 2. Varner flex out to the top of the screen. Shovel pass to Hawkins. And Hawkins breaks a tackle. There goes Deion Hawkins.
Can he outrun?
20, 10, 5. We got a touchdown, Chicago.
God. That was a great call. They Cleveland loaded the box against that, and that shovel pass catches them. They loaded for bear.
The Wildcats extend their lead, but Cleveland, we've seen, has plenty of opportunity, can respond quickly and explosively, as we've seen.
They can. That's functionally a screen pass if you look at that on the replay. I love that.
Number 4 is back for the point after. Number 8 on the hold.
And the extra point. Is the snap is low, but he gets it through there.
Center puts it in the dirt there. Another good job by the holder. You can have a holder clinic off of this tape.
We had 9:49 to go in the third. Chicago on front, 42-33. Although Cleveland will get their hands on their ball next.
Cleveland took one to the house to start the game.
Goma Kaleka will take this from the 10-yard line. Coming up the middle, spins. Spun too early, gets knocked down at the 28.
You know, Cleveland's set up for a return up the middle every time so far. Living off that first return that worked. Might have to mix this up because Chicago's got that figured out on their special teams defense of that.
We got split backs for Cleveland this time. Backs flanking either side of Mac Wady. Nickel defense from Chicago. Over the middle, pass is off to David Overstreet, and it'll be a pickup of 2 yards.
Great idea, but who was that on the tackle, Colin? That DB read that early and sprinted up.
As Mac is approaching 200 yards. E.T. King at 320. Following that 99-yard touchdown pass at the end of the first half. Same formation. Mac takes the high snap. He's going to look for, I believe that was Escobar, but that was knocked away nicely by Rockefeller. Third and 8 balls on the Cleveland 30. They need a score here if they want to try and keep up what has been an absolute track meet so far. Overstreet next to waving the gun. Mac trying to draw him offside. Here's the pass over the middle. It's going to be enough for the first down.
Oh, they gave it to him. Nice. Well, I thought the slot on the right side of the formation would have a chance if he'd have broke it long, because I don't think Chicago had the right coverage on there, and instead his pattern called for him to sprint out to the sideline, which is too bad. They still get the first down on that.
I formation, Overstreet the deep back. There's Alani in the slot. He has 1 catch today. We haven't heard much from him otherwise. Overstreet
Nice tackle.
Will get a yard. He's averaging 2.3.
That 59 there with the neck roll, my new favorite.
That's Clint Hendershot.
Neck roll. Going old school, love it.
2nd and 9. McWay back to throw to the tight end. That's a real animator play. Hendershot almost brought him, horse collared into the ground, but they didn't call a flag on that play. 3rd and 7 from the Stallion 41.
Remember on the first real possession Cleveland had, they ran that. That was one of the first plays they ran, and they ran that pattern deeper.
Chicago in a dime.
Oh, there you
Blitz
go.
coming.
Oh.
Down goes Mack. Oh, boy.
Down goes Frazier. There's your Cosell.
And Lane, Jeremy Lane, the backup free safety to Maurice Spurgeon, comes unblocked and spears into the ground. Be 4th and 14. And Barnes will take this one from his 30 and get across too close to 35, but marking at 34. So the Wildcats come back out looking for more points. There's 7-1 to go in this 3rd quarter. They had the lead 42-33. Come out, Hawkins is in the backfield. King, 3-step drop over the middle, pass caught by Alex Eli to the Wildcat 49.
Just like that, Chicago's at midfield. I'll make the obvious standard color man commentary and say Cleveland really needed to score on that last possession. Hashtag thanks for nothing. Colorway.
With 3 wide receivers, Hawkins all by himself. Here they give it to him up the middle, but Rick O'Reilly and Sean Lewis collapse in on him. Here's the looking number for Hawkins, 79 yards. Most of it coming on that 69-yard touchdown run.
You know what's funky about this, Colin, is those running plays, they're either getting stuffed at the line or they're breaking for nice games. There's no, like, just sort of methodical 5-6 yard running game. Either
Go out in the backfield, counter gets to Hawkins. Oh, they'll losing yard. Rick O'Reilly comes exploding in from his defensive end position. That man is still chasing a championship ring. So O'Reilly, a former Louisville Wolfpack member. As we get a 3rd and 11 from the Wildcat 48. King over the middle, has a man open. That is a non-contract player to the Stallion 36 for a 1st down.
nice pitch and catch. Hey, is that Rick O'Reilly, the Sports Illustrated writer? Also dabbling in football. Still got game.
And the hit was made by Brian Shark. He's been very quiet.
1st and 10 from the Stallion, 35 yards.
And we get a full house backfield again. Cleveland light blocks over this heavy set.
Even the full house doesn't trick Cleveland. Nice job, Cleveland.
It's Lucius Sanders coming up from his corner spot.
2nd and 10 from the 35 yards.
Well, of course they should come out of the playbook next week, Maurice Spurgeon. Here's to get to Hawkins. Pretty good stuff.
Sorry, I talked over you, Colin. Cleveland had the line stuffed, stacked with defenders there.
Campbell, 12, with the hit. Matt Campbell. We have a 3rd and 11. Split backs. 3 wide receivers. Back to throw goes E.T. King. Throwing deep. He got a man open. That is Aaron King for another touchdown.
Holy smoke.
He was wide open.
Chicago says join Bushwood. We're here to buy Bushwood. Look at that. Cleveland was going to walk away.
And then
with
Cleveland
this.
goes, bye, Bushwood.
Exactly.
And the extra point by Jesus Garcia. Is up and good. So it's 4:04 left in this 3rd quarter. Chicago in front of Cleveland, 49-33.
Let's see what style kick return Cleveland has set up now.
A lot of unanswered points.
Middle again.
Middle. Palinka almost broke that one. He had an opening. Glad to see somebody appreciates Caddyshack humor. His defensive coordinator, A.J. Levy, likes to buy Bushwood. We have 1st and 10 from Cleveland 36. They really need to score on the drive this time. Split backs. Mack changing the play. He's going to take a 9-step drop. Throws to Brad Alzolani for a pickup of 4 on 1st down.
There's that out for a little deeper. Okay.
Mack up to 213 with 1 touchdown but 3 interceptions. Now Cleveland goes heavy in the eye. 7 people in the box. But they'll throw out of it to the lineman who dropped. It's Mackey. It's 3rd and 6. So they try to catch him off guard by running a tackle eligible. And it doesn't work. 3rd down and 6 from the 41 of the Stallions. They set up shop. Back to throw goes Mack. Going deep down the field. The pass is going to be intercepted by Kanye Rockefeller. And Kanye up the field to the Stallion 44.
Oh, the Rockefeller habits strike again. Making up for that foobar on the touchdown at the end of the 1st half.
Looking for Escobar.
That's the kind of play you expect from a player.
First and 10 from the Wildcat 44. They line up in the I formation. Garner flexed out. King dropping the throw. Droppers off to Hawkins and tackle made by Campbell and Lewis. That'll be a pickup of 4, 2nd and 6. We're 2 points away from having the Chicago Wildcats go over what Andy Hamilton calls a 50 burger. As King changes the play, throws an outcut.
Oh boy, you got to
to
run.
Aaron King.
Run that 2 yards deeper, son.
Who has 4 catches for 199 yards and 3 touchdowns. Dean Hawkins almost has 200 yards. By himself thanks to that long screen pass on the first play from scrimmage. 3rd down and 1. Hawkins a deep back. Cleveland stacks the box. They'll throw. Hawkins turns the corner, gets the 1st down, a little bit more. Update from SFL headquarters. With 45 seconds left.
In the 3rd.
In the 3rd, we have OKC and Houston tied at 24 apiece. And back on the field here in Cleveland, it's 1st and 10 from the Stallion 44. Kind of played to Hawkins. He's not doing this time, and he picks up 4 yards.
Number 23 with the tackle.
There's a look at Aaron King's numbers. 4 catches, 199 yards on 6 targets. Pretty efficient day for him. 3-step drop for E.T. Throws over the middle, pass caught. That's Aaron King.
That's a manly pitch and catch right into traffic.
Check that. That's Davius Reed.
Whoop. Boom.
Secondary for Cleveland being eaten alive by this lively arm of King. E.T. King, that is. And he's back to throw, goes. Oh, it's almost picked up.
2 chances.
Jenkins almost could have had a pick 6.
Cleveland goes full Roberto Duran there. Little hands of stone. 1, 2, and nothing.
One tip.
To which Chicago says, sehr gut. Max Lebensraum. Lebensraum.
And Shan Varner's like 9. He's flexed out. Tight end. King at the line by King. Going deep, man, way open. That's Aaron King for another touchdown. Oh, my.
Aichi, hua hua.
As he beats his man again off the line. It was a heavy blitz. Almost no one was back there.
Both sides on this, you know. Running plays, and then boom. Somebody's wide open for both teams. I'm losing my mind.
E.T. throws home again. And with 9:59 to go in the ball game, South Dakota is 27-14. Sioux Falls over San Antonio. The extra point is good, and it's now 56-33. Can Komakalika provide any sort of spark to his team, even if he doesn't score? I'll gladly take a 50 burger, Andy. As Kalinka gets it up to the 29. Cleveland now in the most desperate of situations. They're down by a bundle. And Stallion will start with a run to David Overstreet. Pick up a yard.
Tackle made by number 59. No gain on the play. Second and 9 from your Stallion 30-yard line.
And Cleveland goes with their heavy set. Mack will throw this one to the fullback. Nothing doing. To Allen that time.
Third and 9. Ball at the 30-yard line.
Third and 9. Mack Levy Jr. has to do something. Takes a nice step drop. Goes to the sideline. And it won't be enough. Brad Angeloni didn't run his pattern deep enough.
I don't know what it means, Colin, but the actual last train to Chicago just whistled its way past the broadcast studios here this evening.
That's the end of the third quarter.
As we approach the end of the third quarter, it's been all Chicago.
I think even Amtrak's getting on the Chicago train now.
It's 56-33. And with 7:52 to go in the ball game, Baltimore 21, Carolina 16.
Okay. Spurgeon, crackhead level speed. Comment of the evening so far.
High snap. Law gets it down. A.J. Barnes calls a fair catch at the 29.
There we go, boy.
So we're just underway here in the fourth quarter. And E.T. King and Aaron King in particular has put on a grand show. As Deion Hawkins, for the most part, except for a few plays, has been held in check.
We're in the middle of a fun game, but Cleveland's defense needs to express itself.
King drops the throw, drops this off to Davius Reed, and he gets enough for a first down. To the Wildcat 39. Nice reaching there for the sticks. First and 10. Cleveland with 6 men in the box. On a 3 down lineman set. And King going deep down the middle. Pass is caught by Aaron King.
Cleveland's got to figure out how to get a little more pressure on old number 9 there.
Tackle made by Brian Shark.
First and 10.
E.T. King coming over in the offseason from Tallahassee to Chicago. This also runs the team's defense. There's a good to Hawkins, and he will be stopped down for a loss of 1.
Tackle made by number 54. No gain on the play.
J.J. Wavy on the tackle. And now for something completely different, the part of the program where we give shout-outs.
Second and 10.
Shout-outs to Maurice Spurgeon, Shan Varner, Espen Real, Flavor 2K, Andy Hamilton, Stephen At-Large, and Deion Hawkins and DeAndre Noel, among others. As King drops the throw, this is a deep out route to Varner. He'll make it a third down to 1. There's a look at Brian Shark, his 5th tackle on the day. Third and 1 from the Stallion 28.
Dangerous down and distance for Cleveland here. They got to play smart.
They're going to pass. Deep.
There you
Oh, and the screen was set up, but E.T. King must have been staring at a pretty girl in the stands because he goes down in a heap.
Just what the doctor ordered for Cleveland. Puts him in
Punting situation.
absolutely.
Knocks him all the way out of field goal range.
It's a twofer. Isn't that special?
And Here is the punt, and Komakaleka will have to call for a catch inside his own 20.
I think Cleveland will take that field position because Chicago probably wanted that to be downed inside the 10s, even the 5.
Lady? Did you say lady?
First and 10.
So, lady, that's my mom.
Stallions, 15-yarder.
Overstreet to deep back. Wavy Jr.'s thrown 4 interceptions. But can he chunk a touchdown pass here over the middle to Brent Escobar? That's a good start.
Real football again right there.
Aaron King, 6 catches, 247 yards, and 4 touchdowns. And Escobar, that was his 7th catch. Another look at it here. As he was made into a Wildcat sandwich with himself in the middle.
First and 10. Ball at the 28-yard line.
They're tight set again.
Power.
The power set.
Can you feel the power?
Gonna throw again. This time the big guy catches it.
On the reception, number 25.
For a pick of a 5, he hangs on.
Second and 5. Ball at the
Come out, same formation. Are they gonna run it this time? No, they'll throw again.
Love
Same
it.
guy.
Same play. Same play. Who's that in California, Colin?
picked up a 5 on it.
Oh, the high school team. They'll run the same play over and over until you prove you can't stop it. Prove you can stop it.
6:27 to go in the 4th quarter. And South Dakota and Sioux Falls is running away with this one with the Vaqueros, 30-14.
Let's go, D! That's what we stand for!
And 3rd down and inches, counter play, Overstreet breaks through the middle and he gets the 1st down.
Number 44 with the carry. Gain
This
of
is about the
5.
point in the game
Down, Stallions.
where if you're Cleveland, you want to break out or consider breaking out, you know, the unusual play, not necessarily razzle-dazzle, but you run a wildcat at them. A couple of things that Chicago might do.
Here's a swing pass to Overstreet. He gets tackled after a pickup of 2.
I mean, I like the standard football, but you're down by 23.
Second and 7.
And you're going to need 3 scores,
45-yard.
minimum.
Now they spread everything out. Cornerbacks giving plenty of cushion all the way past the 1st down mark. Into Overstreet. He gets his clock cleaned. He lost the end.
Sean Varner with the politeness. Shout out to the coordinators.
Yes.
Nice form.
Nice form indeed. And lost one.
3rd and 9. Ball at the 44-yard line.
The bunch to the top of the screen. Mack will throw. Going deep.
Throws the
Escobar.
other way. Threads it in there.
Escobar this time beats his man. Spurgeon on the tackle.
Totally convinced they were going to go to the bunch side because you can usually break somebody open, even with the man over that Chicago had.
It's Escobar skies the ladder. See if they continue to take some deep shots. Like you said, they're down a couple scores.
36-yard line.
Over. They'll get hit again, this time by Clint Henderson.
I like the variety coming out of the same power tight formation. They're going to have to take a shot, in my humble opinion.
2nd and 10 from the All-Pro.
Here's a look at Barnes. They come out in the gun.
Jailbreak.
Well, they do bring one. And
deep.
Mac
There we
to Escobar down to the 7.
Well, that's a Swedish hey dope.
9 catches, 197 yards for Prince Escobar. First and goal from the 7. Clock is at 4:50 and counting. Mr. David Overstreet, he lost a yard. Now they have to hurry up, and they set themselves. Back to throw goes Mac Wavy Jr. Going to the end zone. Pass is caught by Prince Escobar for the touchdown.
Nice. Well done.
As the fireworks go off here at Stallion Stadium, we get another look at that nice play. He just
Oh, they lose him.
and Escobar.
He still has to make a bit of a circus catch. Mac Wavy, who's been, you know, even though he's got the high pick total, he's really been impressive when he's on, and he has stood in the pocket, stood tall in the pocket with a lot of pressure from time to time.
And the extra point is up and good. So after being shut out in the third quarter, they score here with 4:32 left to make it a 2-score game.
Unsiding, kicking away.
Appear to be an onside.
Going to get all handsy with the football here.
The 3 scoring update after this play. Onside kick is recovered by the Wildcats.
They get the bounce, but kicks the coverage there on the outside kick.
So with 3:33 left, OKC is down to Houston 31 to 24.
First and 10 from the Stallions.
4:30 left. They come out in that heavy set again. And they'll throw out of it again. This time they get it off to Hawkins. And Hawkins.
Wow. Nobody assigned to the deep back there as he floats out into the flat. The only thing that didn't work right about that play is he stepped out of bounds. You need to go down, son.
Go down inbounds.
That's what I mean. If you're a Chicago fan. Cleveland's like, take it.
First and 10 from the Stallions. 32-yard.
They have been able to pick off King a couple times today.
Oh, look at this D.
And the goal line set. Same play. Better contained this time, although Hawkins stayed inbounds.
You know, if they ran him, if they showed that look again and ran him on the wheel route, he might just break free across the middle if he kept going. I don't know if he has enough time to throw that.
Tackle made by Lucius Sanders.
Oh, love this.
Power eye. Chicago runs the counter.
Yep.
John Lewis with the
To the strength of the Cleveland D there. Cleveland had not one but two unblocked DBs, defensive linemen on that side of the formation. Didn't see didn't catch it, but I'm assuming Chicago's end had to step out to try and take one of those, which opened up a gap in the middle, which Cleveland took advantage of. I sound like a real analyst there. What the hell?
Third down and 12. Tries to get to Hawkins, and then he'll go backwards some more. So we get a punting situation coming up. Hawkins is now down to 78 yards. Warren Smoothie on the tackle for Cleveland. try to run this down as much as they can, but they still have to get it off. Cleveland should have one more chance to run a play before the 2-minute warning. Get it off at 2. Kaleka calls the fair catch at the zone 11, so they will get one play.
Yeah, at least one.
Or maybe 2.
That's right.
They time it out, right? So they're down by 16, but they scored last time. Prince Escobar being his defender. McWavy comes out in the gun. Overstreet to his left. Back to throw. Mack goes to the sidelines, caught by Escobar out of bounds. So picked up an 8.
I got a question about that. Escobar, is it okay to call him Prince Escobar now? Because I thought it was still, it used to be the player formerly known as Prince Escobar.
I think it's okay. Although with 2:25 left in Oklahoma City, Houston and Oklahoma are tied at 31. 2:19 left. McWavy to the Cleveland 26 picks up the first down. They'll run hurry up to try and get one more play in, see if they can squeeze it in. And Max running around the pocket will get sacked. That'll be a loss of 4, and we've hit the 2-minute warning.
Ugh, says Cleveland. Well, Stallions got a chance to talk about it. Get their 2-minute, 2-score game going.
And Mack is under center. He's got 4 wide receivers. Overstreet's the back. Back to throw. Has to dump it off the overstreet.
Just back to the line of scrimmage and not out of bounds.
Burn it time out. Third and 14. Probably have 2 plays to get to 14 yards. For Cleveland, that's at least what I would be thinking. Back to throw. He's going deep. He's got him in to the Wildcat 49 and timeout called. It's Escobar again.
That's what I'm talking about.
Tackle made by Spurgeon. Split backs. 1:50 to go. 1 timeout. For Cleveland. Deep down the middle. Pass is caught. And they will burn their timeout with 1:45 to go. Martell making his quarterback look good. Jared Martell. Nice diving catch.
He goes full All-State with the good hands team there. Nice.
Here comes Mack. Trots it out. An I formation, 3 wide receiver. McWavy, 9-step drop. Inside line. Out of bounds.
That's how you do it.
248 yards on 13 catches for Prince Escobar. What a day he's having.
Second and 4 from Yale Road, 19 yards.
Second and 4. Ball on the Wildcat 19. Wavy going deep, and it's caught for the touchdown. That is Brad Angelani.
And you could hear the audible sucking sound from Chicago fans as they gasp on that one. Well, it's still a long putt, but this makes it pretty interesting. Nice.
Spins around, catches it with one hand.
There's a little outfield there to turn around and locate.
And they're going to go for 2. They're down by 10. They want to be down by 8.
That's right.
See what they do. Putting their hands in their quarterback. Over the middle he goes, and it's caught for the 2-point conversion.
There you go.
Same guy who caught the touchdown.
Well, we got to thread the needle both on this pass and in terms of trying to win this game. It's still a long putt, but without that 2-point conversion, it would have remained a 3-score game.
Indeed. Another onside kick attempt coming. We've seen these things work in the past. Ball is up, caught by the Wildcats. And with Cleveland out of timeouts, they can pretty much run off the clock maybe.
That might be it. I'd like to see Cleveland's kicker, don't know the name, angle that a little more towards the numbers instead of the shady downfield angle that he took on it.
We should get a series of kneel downs here. There's about a 5-second difference between the play clock and the game clock. As Holmes takes a knee.
Well, in a minute. It's been an incredibly entertaining game, Colin.
Yeah, it's been certainly fun. I'm glad having you here. I think all the guys here in the Simulation Football League have enjoyed having you here.
Well, you're too kind.
We got a final from Baltimore. We got a 2-point win over the Skyhawks. And it looks like the Sparrows have one wrapped up over the Vaqueros with 27 seconds left. It's 40-14.
Yeah, I want to go back to that play right before the 2-minute warning where Cleveland ran a play, got one off ahead of the whistle, and ended up taking a sack on that. A little early to try and decode all this, but that may have been more costly than it seemed at the time. Well, and that's going to do it, Colin.
As the clock winds down, the Chicago Wildcats, in the second meeting between them and the Cleveland Stallions, get the better of Cleveland once again. Final score 56-48.
Well, a great game. Thanks, Cam and the SFL leadership for inviting me in to add my I had almost nothing to the game, but I appreciate the opportunity.
565 yards of total offense for Cleveland, 439 for Chicago rather. 439 for Cleveland. As we take a look at the highlights here, oh, that's stiff arm by Deion Hawkins as he will take this all the way. That's that shovel pass that we so eloquently talked about earlier.
Howard joins us in the booth.
E.T. King throwing for 6 touchdowns. 4 of them to that guy, the other King.
I feel bad for Cleveland, but both teams had really great plays and really fun stretches. And as we talked in the first quarter, Colin, I think even though Chicago looked like they were flat on the mat, there was a lot of game left, and they could just grind it out. And in fact, they did it in winning style there.
Wow. The Oklahoma City Renegades break their long losing streak after being shut out last week against Alaska. They win 34-31 as the highlights continue to roll here.
Thanks, AJ Levy. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Doug Schumann. Yeah,
Doug
Doug
Schumann.
Schumann joins us. Nice.
Thank you for joining us. And the 2K Sports player of the game is Aaron King. 6 catches, 247 yards, 4 touchdowns, 41.2 yards a catch.
247. No doubt.
For all of us here at the Simulation Football League, I'm Colin Northrup. He's Rick Northrup. Thank you, and good night.